After submitting your application, you will upload the related plans and supporting documentation to the agency's digital plan room. Once you have reached the application submittal confirmation page, you will next click on the Upload Plans and Documents button. From here, you will walk through a 3-step process to complete your document submission. At step 1, you will upload your files containing your plans and any required supporting documentation. There are 2 ways to upload your files. The first step is to click on the Browse button. Doing so will open up a window where you can navigate to the location of the files and select them for upload. Alternatively, you can drag and drop your files from any location on your computer to the upload box denoted by the dashed lines. After adding your files, you must select the document type that accurately describes each document you are adding to the review package. Next, click the Upload and Validate button. The Digital Plan Room will validate all files during upload to ensure agency plan reviewers can review them without issue. If there are any file validation errors, they are identified during this file validation step. Common file validation errors include files that are corrupted, encrypted, password protected, or if the files have been signed and sealed, have an issue with their digital signature. If one or more of your files have any problems, you will receive immediate feedback and specific error messages so that you can remedy the problem as soon as possible. To correct rejected files, remove the file from the review package by clicking on the trash can icon in the file list. After correcting the file problem, upload the new files to proceed. Your submittal may include a requirements checklist for the review package. This checklist will detail the items to be included in your review package submittal. Any items listed in the red Required section must be included when submitting your review package. Additional items under Recommended or Informational will direct you to further documentation that may be needed now or at a later time. If you see that you have categorized a file under an incorrect document type, clicking the pencil icon shown here allows you to change the document type. The file will revalidate to enforce any requirements for the newly selected document type. Once all files with their corresponding descriptions are ready, click Continue. At Step 2, Sheet Versioning, you will confirm that the Digital Plan Room has accurately extracted the sheet numbers for each sheet in your plan set. But first, let's spend a few moments to understand what happens during this sheet extraction. At this step, the Plan Room uniquely identifies each sheet across all plan files you uploaded in your review package. After identifying each sheet, they are consolidated into a single plan set regardless of how many plan files were added to your review package. Once sheet extraction is completed, the Plan Room then tracks and versions each unique sheet across all project review cycles. Let's take a moment to cover how the Digital Plan Room does this by looking at one of the sample files used in this video. To track each sheet individually, the system identifies each page by sheet number across plan files in the review package. The Digital Plan Room does this by checking multiple aspects of the PDF for the sheet number. It first checks the PDF for a table of contents, also known as bookmarks, extracting sheet numbers and the sheet title if available. Including a table of contents with each plan file in your review package is the best way to ensure the sheet numbers are identified accurately and automatically. Note that the best format for the table of contents is as follows: the sheet number followed by a space and optionally a sheet title. If any plan files do not contain a table of contents, the Digital Plan Room also checks for page labels in the PDF thumbnail view, evaluating text directly on the sheet, and finally, if the plans have been scanned from paper, uses image recognition technology to attempt to locate the title block on each page and extract the sheet number for each sheet. If the system cannot automatically capture a sheet number for a given sheet, you will need to correct anything that was not identified during the sheet versioning step. Let's return to the plan room to complete the next steps. You will now review the sheet numbers identified during sheet extraction and make any necessary corrections. There are several data points available to you to help you complete this review. You can validate that the total number of sheets shown matches the total number of sheets included in all of the plan files in your review package. You can see a thumbnail of both the title block and the entire sheet. Finally, you can check the file name for which a given sheet was extracted. There are 2 requirements that must be met during this step before you can proceed. First, all sheet numbers must have a sheet number assigned. And second, all sheet numbers must be unique. Since the files we were using in this tutorial had a table of contents, all unique sheet numbers, and also in this case, sheet titles, were accurately captured. Let's look to see how to resolve any issues for sheet numbers. You would see this if a sheet number was not captured during the sheet extraction step. And this is what you would see if the same sheet number was assigned to more than one sheet. If you're working with a particularly large plan set, you can click on the Sheet Error Filter button to drill down to only sheets that have issues. If you find many errors, it may be a good idea to ensure that you've added a table of contents to each file. If you need to add a table of contents, you can always return to Step 1 and replace files that contain the issues. You can correct any sheet numbers manually at this step. Additionally, if you notice any sheets are not in the correct landscape orientation, you can use the Rotate button to correct any sheets. Once sheet numbers and names have been confirmed, click the Continue button to move forward to the Review step, which is the final step in the plan and supporting documentation submission process. During this step, you may add a description for your review package submittal and you will check your review package for completeness. If you find anything during your check that you need to fix, such as identifying a missing file, you can go back and correct anything by clicking the Edit button under any section. If everything looks accurate and complete, click the Finish button, and your application will be updated to indicate that your plans and supporting documentation have been submitted.